Good evening and happy Tuesday. I'm calling all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club's Tuesday night or VHF net. My name's Pat. My call sign's N8OQP. However, for the purposes of this net, we'll be using the club call of Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. This is an open and directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. All traffic will go through net control, and since emergency traffic can drift in here at any time, we ask that you leave small pauses between transmissions so that any type of that traffic can get in here. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information, also to keep our club members and the radio amateur public up to date and about club meetings and other happenings and to enhance the net operating practices. This net meets every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock p.m. local time. We will start with announcements and then I'll ask for check-ins from anybody that has announcements for our net or anything of general interest for that matter. Once that's complete, I'll take regular check-ins, at which time I ask that you give me your call sign, repeat it phonetically, and then follow it by your name. When all these are finished, when all check-ins are completed, we will go ahead and close the net after repeating the announcements and one last call for check-ins. Now, as far as the announcements go, our next club meeting is tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. at the Oak Hill Presbyterian Church on Ardwell, A-R-D-W-E-L-L, I think it's 2406 Ardwell, Akron, Ohio 44312. It's more or less on a corner of, it's a block north of 18 and a block west of where 91 and 18 come together. We do have another meeting, or at the meeting tomorrow night, we're going to have Mike Luoma is going to do a talk on mesh networking. But there's several of us that are getting into that, and we'd like to sit and try to learn as much as we can about it. And Mike seems to be able to fill the bill there. The other thing that we do have that I want to make an announcement about is the 50-50 drawing. Crooked River Amateur Radio Club is doing a 50-50. That the drawing will be June 29th. It's Sunday, the last Sunday of field day, or the last day of field day. I will probably do the drawing shortly after we quit transmitting and before we tear everything down. You don't have to be present to win. The tickets will go for $20 a piece. There's only going to be 120 tickets, and if we sell all those tickets, and we get the amount of money that we're thinking is going to come in, the prize could be quite sizable, up to like $1,000. We'll see how things go so far. I think that's all the announcements I have. I do have a trivia question tonight, but my wife is getting it printed before I get it. I'm going to have a chance to read it here. So I'm going to go ahead and ask for check-ins for anybody else with announcements. If you have an announcement, please come now.
KA8BSA.
Good evening, Keith. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Pat. Looking forward to the meeting tomorrow night, and I've purchased my $100 worth of tickets, so that means I get one free. And I do have trivia questions in front of me. I just printed the entire extra class question pool for trivia questions. So, and that's in a book, always available and easy to grab. That's about it, I think. KA8BSA.
Flora told me to tell you to go ahead and grab one. She'll write this other one down for me the next time I do a net.
All right, very good. How about if I go ahead and read tonight's trivia question?
Go right ahead.
All right. Of course, this is from the extra class question pool. Which of the following indicates the greatest solar flare intensity? A, Class A. B, Class Z as in Zulu. C is Class M as in Michael. And D is Class X as in X-ray.
Okay, read that one more time.
I would be most glad to, and anytime it needs reread, just holler. Which of the following indicates the greatest solar flare intensity? A, Class A, Alpha. B is Class Zulu. C is Class Michael. And D is Class X-ray.
Okay, you will probably be summoned a couple of times for that. Anything else for the announcement part of the net?
No, I do not have anything else. I have NetLogger open and running to catch the check-ins.
Okay, I went ahead and put you in there. I'll go ahead and record them on paper in case we missed something. But I'll let you go ahead and take the NetLogger over.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I got you and me already in there.
All right, that works for me. Anybody else with any announcements tonight? Please call W8CRC.
One more thing, Pat.
Go ahead.
I need your answer for the trivia question.
Read me just the questions again. Or just the answers, sorry.
I need just the questions again. Is that correct?
And give me the answers again. I thought one thing and said the other.
Okay, that's what I thought. Which of the Class A is Class A, B is Class Zulu, C is Class Michael, and D is Class X-ray?
I'm tempted to say B. I don't think it's Z or X, so I'll go with B.
Okay, I got you down for Bravo.
That will work. Okay, let's go ahead and take some. We're going to open the floor for check-ins. If you'd like to check in with us tonight, please give us a call. This is W8CRC.
Kilo Charlie 8th of November, Oscar Victor, KC8 NLV, Marty Streetsboro, just in and out.
No answer for the trivia, Marty?
No, I'm not expert, but I'll take a guess at B, I guess.
Okay, that'll work. Have you down for B.
KAHE-KG.
Now there's one that's going to know this trivia question. Good evening, John. KAHE-KG from W8CRC. Go ahead and take the floor.
Good evening, Pat, and hello, Keith, and everyone on the net. Aren't you enjoying this beautiful spring weather? My goodness, it was so wonderful today. I got out yesterday and got the front lawn mowed, and it was pretty nice out. And today, it was just wonderful. It's a good day to stay in, but I went to Tractor Supply and got a bolt for when I get ready to put up my new antenna. If I get that far, and I should, that's the plan, is to get that up there this summer. So I needed a bolt. I got the bolt, so good for me. That was my big excursion for the day. I love this retirement thing. Anyway, I don't have anything else. It's going to be really quiet up here without Ted. I was kind of sitting here thinking, Ted usually is one of the first ones to check in, and he's not going to be here with us tonight. So I just want to mention as far as trivia, I'm going to go, I guess it's C, Charlie for Class M, Michael. I don't know that that's right, but that's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. So back to net control, and have a good net, Pat. KAHE-KG.
Okay, John, thank you for the check-in. In case anybody hasn't heard, we do have a silent key that was friends with our club here. That was K8 or KB8PRK. That hit me like a ton of bricks, I'm telling you. It's so sad to know that he's not going to be there for us to talk to anymore. Just a sad situation, and but it is what it is. With that, we'll go ahead and, instead of being a downer here, we'll go ahead and move things on. Got you as far as the C answer, John, and anybody else want to check in, please call W8CRC.
Nate RKA.
Nate RKA. RKA. Really kind. Never mind. Good evening, Art. What's up?
Amateur's last letter, son.
I could think of two or three. Never mind. We're not going there.
I know you wouldn't want to go there. What was the answers to the trivia question again?
I'll take that up, Pat. Class A, or A is Class A. B is Class Zulu. C is Class M, Michael. And D is Class X.
Okay, I'll say D as in donkey.
All right, I got you down for Delta. Thank you.
Awesome.
Anything else for us tonight, Art?
Somebody forgot to remind me there was a net.
Well, you got a computer. You can set an alarm on it.
Oh, yeah, I can do that if I need to. No, I ain't got nothing else.
Obviously, you must have remembered because you checked in. All right, let's move things on here before this gets any deeper. Anybody else want to check into our net, please call W8CRC.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 at Charlie Charlie Yankee, Bob.
Good evening, Robert. How are we?
Hanging in there. Just trying to do the best I can with what I got. Hopefully we'll have the DX Commander up this weekend. I've got everything that I could do inside done, and going to try to get it up if it's warm enough and nice enough. The only other thing that's going on is Mama Cat and the 4 kittens are still doing good. We found out that we have 2 boys, 2 girls, and that's about it. My answer for the trivia question, since nobody said it so far, I'll just guess A. Back to net.
Well, when all else fails, guess the one nobody takes. That's a good motto. And you got at least a 25% chance of winning.
That's why I went that way, sir.
Lay any odds. All right. We will hopefully see you tomorrow night, Bob. As far as the weather's concerned, I think Friday and Saturday are going to be both fairly decent. They're supposed to be dry and in the 70s. Fortunately, I got my air conditioner done last night. Boy, was that expensive. We won't go there either. The one I had was just over 30 years old, so it needed done. And now that it's finished, on to the next big project. Anyway, with that, we will go ahead and hopefully dry out, and we'll go ahead and move things on here. Anybody else want to check in? Please call W8CRC.
K8HNK Mobile.
W8HNK. Good evening, Elmer.
Good evening, Pat. Good evening, the rest of the listeners. K8HNK Mobile here, N80QP, W8CRC. Good job running the net. I just came back out to the car. I was busy feeding and watering the animals. Here, hold on here. Trying to get. Give me 1 second, Pat. Okay, I'm back. What sucked was I was trying to shift the gear shift and drive at the same time, or talking to radio at the same time, same hand, so it wasn't working. So just wanted to give you one for the numbers here. At least the weather's peacefully calmed down, and as always, everybody stay healthy, stay blessed. And 73, this is K8HNK, back to net control.
All right, Elmer. As a lot of you know, Elmer runs a Monday night net at 9 o'clock. If you get a chance, you ought to check in on that one. We're trying to get the numbers up, and anybody's appreciated that gets there. Of course, it's that way anywhere you go here. But he does run a Monday night net at 9 p.m. With that, let's move it on here. If you'd like to check in, please call.
Recheck.
Okay.
Yeah, Pat, it's called the Grid Down Radio Practice Net. For those who are interested in it, Monday nights at 9 o'clock here on the repeater. Of course, we will pick once a month to go onto the Simplex frequency to test our radios and that. Last night we didn't have the net, if anybody was wondering, just because of the lightning in the area, and I had my station disassembled for safety reasons. So that's why we weren't on last night with it, and hopefully next Monday we will be there at 9 o'clock. And as always, thanks for letting me check back in, Pat, and everybody stay healthy, stay blessed, stay safe, and 73.
Okay, Elmer, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. Anybody else want to check in, please call.
Hi, Pat. WB8YYS, Craig and Ken.
W8YYS. Good evening, Greg. How you doing?
Not too bad, Ben. Still trying to dry out over here. We got deluged over the weekend. Hey, first thing, I didn't see your message soon enough there about your VE exam there on Saturday, but if you need help in the future, I'm registered with the Laurel and the ARRL as well, so I can help you out to get into a clinch again on that. And let me break here for a minute. I just got this from the National Weather Service. They say that effective Monday morning on the 12th, they are conducting their scheduled update on the Advanced Weather Interactive Processing System, so I read as mean radar. And that period is supposed to last from the 12th, which is Monday, possibly into Thursday the 15th. And when that happens, most of the forecasting is set to be handled out of Buffalo. So hopefully we'll see how that works. But in the meantime, it says that all of the NWS radios in this area, which includes Akron, Cleveland, and Youngstown, will be also off the air. So hopefully the weather won't be too bad, and if so, we'll see how Buffalo handles that. I guess my best advice is if the weather does get bad, Pat, just have everybody check into the local Skywarn nets and then relay the information to the National Weather Service from there.
Yeah, I actually got that message too, and I was kind of wondering how that was going to work myself. I think it would still be. I don't know if there's still going to be forecasters in that building or not, with somebody else handling it all. And I think that's going to be a good question to find out about.
Okay. Reading down the list there, it says the forecast office in Cleveland will remain open and staffed during the period for public and partner phone calls, as well as additional functions that can be completed without with the system. So the people there, they just won't be able to do very much. That's all I got, Pat. As far as the trivia question goes, I'm going to say DK, which means don't know, and that is the correct answer for that question. So turn it back to you, Pat. Have a good evening. It's W8YYS.
All right, Greg, we got you down for DK. That was pretty good. I'll if I hear anything different as far as the weather thing we were talking about there, I'll probably text you with it or whatever. And I do appreciate the offer to join our VE group. I will put you in there. I ended up actually getting somebody at the last minute, so things worked out well. And we had one guy that took two sections of the test, or two tests, passed them both. Did work out pretty well all in all. But anyway, thanks for checking, Greg. Anybody else want to check in, please call W8CRC.
KF8 DTA, Jeff in New Franklin.
KF8, could you give me the suffix of the call, please?
KF8 DTA.
Okay, DTA, and it's Jeff. Good evening, Jeff. What's going on?
Oh, just trying to get into the net, and my PL tone wasn't working quite right. But just hanging out here. My answer for your question is A, as my best guess.
Okay, appreciate that. We usually run this net every Tuesday night at 7 on this repeater. If you happen by, feel free to check in. We also have our club meetings on the first Monday and Wednesday of each month, including tomorrow night. Like I said in the announcements there, we're going to have a presentation on the mesh-tastic networking. Ought to be a good time. Get a chance, you should join us.
I think I might have a softball game tomorrow, but what's the website I can look that up?
W8CRC ham, all ran together, HAM.org. You'll find our website. And we also do have a Facebook group that's under Crooked River Amateur Radio Club.
Roger, roger. I found it. I'll check it out and see if I can make it. Thank you for taking my call. KF8 DTA, back to net control 73.
Jeff, have a good evening, sir. Thanks for the check-in. Anybody else want to check in? Please call W8CRC.
Copy Kilo Echo 8 Uniform India Bravo KE8 UIB John in Massillon, and also please copy Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Tango Papa KF8 DTP Lori in Massillon.
Okay, give me the I copied the KE8. What was it? I didn't get the suffix of either one.
Alright, please copy Kilo Echo 8 Uniform India Bravo KE8 UIB John. And the other one is Kilo Foxtrot 8 Delta Tango Papa KF8 DTP Lori.
What was the name again? I didn't, was it Flora? Okay, I copied KE8 Uniform India Bravo and KF8 Delta Tango Papa. And that's John and Lori.
Correct, roger, roger.
Got anything for the net tonight?
We're just here playing radio and stuff, and we just thought we'd drop in and give you guys one for the numbers, and we'll just be sitting here listening on the side. With that, this is KA8 UIB 73, y'all.
KF8 DTP 73, y'all.
Yeah, it's kind of neat, Flory, because I got one on the other side of me. It's Flora, Flora. Kind of neat, huh?
RIE.
Okay, so I heard an F. Okay, Lori, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You want to check in while you're here?
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
All right, my wife's going to check in. I'll be right back here. Hang loose.
All right, this is Kilo Echo 8 Foxtrot Kilo Oscar, Flora, Akron. And, you know, he must have been listening with his husband ear. I apologize, Lori. So, anyway, and obviously I have probably nothing for the net other than my usual work. The trivia question, I kind of go with Greg's answer. So, he said it was right, so I agree.
Okay.
All right. Back
now.
Back to net now.
Okay, that was fun. LORA, got that. Anybody else want to check in with us before we wrap this up? Please call W8CRC.
November 8, America, Charlie Papa, N8 ACP, Chris, Cadillac Hill, Akron.
Well, good evening, Chris. What's going on?
Kinds of stuff. Just got back from on some errands, and let's see, we had those strong winds, I don't know, maybe about a week ago, I guess now, up here on the hill, and it ripped my 80-meter end-fed wire straight out of the transformer. I figured it would pull the transformer off the side of the house, but that was not the case. And it's still up in the tree, but where the eye bolt came in for strain relief at the bottom of the transformer, it
ripped that off, and then it broke the solder joint between the wing nut where it goes into the box. So I could fix it. It's still up in the tree, but I'm going to move soon. Having issues with some stuff around here, so it's not worth the time and trouble to put it back up again for like a month. So I'm just going to leave it where it is. But the interesting thing is, on 17 meters the other day, I should say, afternoon, I was still hearing Indonesia on the shield of the coax, so that's kind of interesting. So that's all the news from me. W8CRC, right? Whiskey Charlie Radio Charlie from November 8 Alpha Charlie Papa.
That's a shame about the antenna. I know my 80 meter on the DX Commander came down over the winter. Was partially or mostly because I was in a hurry to put the thing up before the weather changed, and we didn't get it quite right, and it ended up the wind whipped the wire around so much that it broke in half at the antenna side, and kind of surprising because you can still hear stuff on these things just off the wire or the coax and what have you. But that's what was happening here. I tried to transmit on 30 meters. The match wasn't that bad because in that antenna you have to take the 30 off the 30 meter wire off to put the 80 in place. But it still received. I was kind of surprised, and it didn't have a perfect match, but it was close. So, well, you got to do what you got to do. Anyway, if that's all you got, Chris, we'll go ahead and move on.
That's about it. It doesn't hear with a poop because the main element is obviously disconnected, and I did sweep it with the Nano VNA, and I could transmit on it. I might actually try and do that on 10 meters locally, so we'll see what happens. But the Nano VNA likes what the radio would see off of the coax to the transformer with no wire connected to the transformer. So I could technically transmit, but I suspect only people that are very, very close would even hear me. So anyways, it was a good run while I lasted it. I worked 186 countries, single sideband with 100 watts on an antenna. And I'll fix it. I just need a new box. Everything else is intact. So back to you, W8CRC from November 8 Alpha Charlie Papa. Do I have the call right?
I got it, Chris. And you have it right, just.
Back to that at 8ACP.
Hi, Chris. Have a good one there. You might be surprised at how well that thing will transmit. I've done skip on skip. Where am I? I've done DX on a cantenna sitting in my basement before, and conditions were right. I was tuning the antenna up, somebody heard me, or I was tuning a radio and somebody heard me. It's kind of neat. Anyway, we'll go ahead and move things on. If anybody else wants to check in, please call W8CRC. Okay, we're at 13. There's got to be somebody out here. Keith likes to shake the bushes. I think I'd rather poke the bear. But any bears out there needing poked? Give us a call here and let us know you're there. This is W8CRC, looking for check-ins. Okay, we'll go ahead and repeat the announcements and then do one last call, see what happens. The announcements for this week. Remember, we have a club meeting tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. at the church. Church is at 2406 Ardwell, Ardwell, in Akron, 44312. We do have our next VE session is going to be in July. I don't know that I mentioned that earlier, but we're going to do a July testing session. Also, we have a 50-50 drawing that we're doing. Tickets are $20 a piece, or 6 for $100. You can get them from any of our club members or myself. Just give me get a hold of me through president at crarcm.org, or any of my officers or any of my managers or anybody like that has the tickets. Let's see. There is a net a new net that we're doing on Monday nights at 9, and that is the grid down. I forgot what he told me now, but it was a grid down. What we're going to try to do with this is go different places on between 2 meters and HF to try out antennas and see if you can make contacts. That's what this is all about, anyway. And I think that's all the announcements I got. So hang loose. Let's do a pause here. Okay, that does that. We'll do our last round, our last call here. Please, somebody, don't make me end at 13. I want to do 14. Come on. Check in for us. This is W8CRC looking for check-ins. Okay, well, I guess we ran it out. I'm going to go ahead and start to close this net now. And in preparing to close this net, I'd like to thank everybody that took the time to check in with us and join us tonight. Without your participation, as always, there would be no net. I'd be sitting here talking to Keith and twiddling my thumbs if he wasn't here. So you're an important part of this net. This has been N8OQP. Name is Pat, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will go ahead and close the net with 13 check-ins and return the repeater to normal and customary amateur use. This is Whiskey 8, Charlie Romeo Charlie with N8OQP in the net chair, closing the net at 38 7:38 local time, and we'll see everybody next week. Oh, let's not forget the trivia question. Keith, we're dying. What was the trivia question answered?
You always do that. I was about to get in there to go do a... All right. Tonight's trivia question. Which of the following indicates the greatest solar flare intensity? And the answers were A, Class A, B, Class Z, Zulu, C, Class Mike, and D, Class X-ray. And tonight's correct answer is Delta, Class X-ray. This is off the extra class exam, and W8CRC was out there lurking. Add him if you want.
W8CRC. Good evening, Mike. You there?
And one other thing there, Pat. You had we got 2 net loggers open because I had one open earlier and you didn't look.
Oh, sorry about that. I'll just close mine out. Hey, Mike, I added you. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but we added you to the check-in list. I'll put you in as in and out. Thanks for everything you do for us. Anyway, this is N8OQP, and we'll be in listening mode. Good job on the trivia.
Don't thank me. Thank the ARRL.
Somebody got the trivia question right.
Yes, you did, Art. You're the only one.
To be kidding me.
No, you got it correct.
I think every extra class operator would know that answer.
TCY.
Go ahead there, Bob.
Have you seen the new DX Commander on YouTube from Colin?
No, I haven't. I will have to go looking. And maybe they should retest their art. What do you think?
Ability there, my friend, the Boy Scout.
Hey, Keith, it's called the Venture. It's a smaller Explorer, or Expedition, sorry. But he's got 2 videos on it. And one's a full build, and one he just talks about it.
Okay. Yeah, I think he was starting to mess with that a little while ago. The name rings a bell.
Well, he said he did it because his Expedition was too big and too heavy, and the Venture is a full kit, like 200. It's less than $300. No guide wires. You can use a roll-on antenna mount like you have with the tire mount, or you use a patio umbrella stand.
Okay. Well, I don't think the Expedition's that heavy.
Deadly, he did. Like I say, check out the 2 videos. It's pretty interesting.
I will do that.
KF8CCY. We're gone. 7 degrees to you people. See you tomorrow night.
All right, Bob, 73 KA BSA.